OpenAI has just shipped updates for their 4.0 model, and the new image generator that's built into it is mind-blastingly good. I'm Marius from Digital Flowcraft. In this video, we'll be taking a deep dive into some of the use cases for digital marketing and for content production. Let's go. So, this is the page where they introduce the new image generation in 4.0. You can have a look at it yourself. I'll have a link in the description, but let's just take a quick peek at what's going on here. So, they say they have improved text in this thing, and they are correct. It's really, really good now. If you've used image generation models in any way, shape, or form, they always struggle with text, and they're not very good with it. This new update, definitely, I don't like using this word game changer, but it's a game changer. So here they gave it a prompt. They said, a wide image taken with a phone of a glass whiteboard in a room overlooking the Bay Bridge. The field of view shows a woman writing, sporting a t-shirt with large OpenAI logo. The handwriting looks natural and a bit messy, and we see the photographer's reflection. The text reads, and then they give the text here, left, transfer between modalities. Suppose we directly model P brackets text, pixel sound, equation, and so forth. As you can see, it got the text right, it got the reflection of the photographer in there, it looks very realistic, and you can even see the Bay Bridge in the background there. So that's really well done from that prompt. And then it goes on and says, selfie view of the photographer as she turns around to high-five him. And it kind of got that right. It's a little bit of a missed high five. But yeah, it looks very realistic. The reflections look good and everything is still in place. So you can keep on iterating on your images as you go on. That's another great feature of this particular model. Okay, so let's take a look at some more examples. Meaningful words. They say magnetic poetry on a fridge in a mid-century home. Line 1, a picture. Line 2, is worth, line 3, and so forth. There's the whole prompt, and as you can see, it did a really good job with it, with all the words that it specified in there, and the man holding the words a few that needs to be inserted there. Meaningful words. Okay, so, and then the next example is some comic strips. So it can actually do the whole strip for you with the wording and the imagery, and it does a really good job. The style is consistent. I think this is definitely a step in the right direction. And then science experiment, an infographic explaining Newton's prism experiment in great detail. And as you can see there, it did a fantastic job. It has everything, the concept that it had to understand. It has the prism. It's a very nice infographic. The colors are nice and bold, and you can read everything very well. So this is some excellent stuff. And you can see it went further then and said, now generate a POV of the person drawing this diagram in their notebook at a round cafe table in Washington Square Park. And ta-da, it did a fantastic job at that as well. Okay, and then it went on and said, now show the same scene with a smug young Isaac Newton sitting at a table with a prism demonstrating the experiment without the notebook in view. And there you go, you've got Mr. Newton himself over there, or Sir Newton, I think it was. Anyway, let's go on and check out some more examples here. We have these two witches. So create a photorealistic image of two witches in their 20s, one ash balayage, one with long, wavy auburn hair reading a street sign. In the context, a city street in a random street in Williamsburg, New York, with a pole covered entirely by numerous detailed street signs. And then it has a very long prompt here. I'm not going to read all of that, but it came up with exactly what they asked for, and it looks very good. This one was interesting. A cat. Give this cat a detective hat and monocle, and it did so. And then turn it into a AAA video games made with a 4K game engine and add some user interface as overlay from a mystery RPG, where we can see a health bar and a minimap at the top, as well as spells at the bottom with consistent and iconography. Okay, probably not correct there, but it still did a good job, as you can see there. And then it went on to actually prompt it to create a scene in the game itself, which it did a great job of. And then a character profile with all its different skins and stuff. So really great job there as well. It's much better at following instructions, organized objects, an empty city, a wine glass with just one drop of wine in it. And that's the other thing it can do now. The notorious struggle AI generators have with filling a glass completely. But with this new model, you can actually fill a wine glass completely. Okay, so then an invisible elephant and a math equation. So like I said, I'll link to this particular page. You can go and explore it yourself. There's some great examples, and as you go down the page, you'll find some more use cases and some user-generated content as well. Really great stuff. I played around with it a bit, and here's what I did. So I gave it my logo, Digital Flowcraft logo, and I said, a sleek modern Instagram post layout designed for digital marketing tips with bold purple and vibrant magenta accent colors, minimal white space, bold Jost fonts, futuristic tech background, sharp lines, and a bold visual hierarchy, optimized for 1x1 square format, incorporate Digital Flowcraft logo. And first try, it came out with what I think is pretty decent. So no going back and forth. Obviously, if you want to change anything, then you can just click on it and then describe what you want to add, remove, or replace. So you can go back and forth with it if you want to remove elements or add elements to it. But that was a good first run, and it came out looking spiffy, I think. Now, the next thing I did is I said a bold email header graphic with deep purple background, large magenta arrows symbolizing growth and modern business icons, megaphone, analytics, gears, optimized for 600 by 200 pixel layout. And it did this. Now, this is probably not the best design, but you can go back and forth with it. I didn't bother. I just wanted to test out its capabilities, but it's a pretty damn decent first run that. So then I said a professional digital lead magnet cover showing a content blueprint folder glowing in pink and purple light with the title AI-Powered Marketing Playbook by Digital Flowcraft in bold Jost font, minimal tech background. And this is what it did. Now, it's not that good with getting fonts exactly right. You must remember this is still probably using kind of diffusion. I'm not 100% sure, but it's not going to import a font and add it there. But it's close enough. The other problem I've noticed, and they've noted it on the page as well, that it has a tendency to sometimes crop out things, especially at the bottom of images, as it did here. But you can get around it. I'll show you another example now. Next thing I did was a clean 3D mock-up of a digital ebook titled 10 Viral AI Prompts for Content Creators. Cover design with tech pattern background, bold brand colors, and subtle metallic effect. And it came out with this, which is also really good. But again, it did crop, as you can see, the top and the bottom this time. So I then said, make sure the entire book is in frame and give it a transparent background. At which point OpenAI said to me, hold up, cool down, Marius. You're going too fast. You've hit the rate limit. That's one thing that you have to keep in mind. There is an hourly rate limit, but every time I run into it, it's usually a 20-minute wait or a 3-minute wait. But just note that if you're going to be doing a lot of images, hopefully they'll update that soon so that we have a little bit more play. But at the moment, there is a rate limit. Keep that in mind. Okay, so then 20 minutes later, I asked, can we run it now? And it went and did exactly what I asked in the follow-up prompt. I said, make sure the entire book is in frame and give it a transparent background. That's another great feature of this image generator. It can do transparent background. So if you're in the business of making stickers or anything like that, no need to go and remove the AI-generated background as you had to do in a lot of other cases. But there we go. Perfect transparent background image. 10 viral AI prompts for content creators, Digital Flowcraft. Very decent. Okay, so then I decided to have a little bit of fun and create a YouTube thumbnail image. So I uploaded an image of myself and my logo, and I said, a highly engaging YouTube thumbnail featuring a man with medium-length brown hair, short beard, and expressive eyes, wearing a black cap with a bold magenta Digital Flowcraft logo, etc., etc. You can read the prompt there. But it came out with something that looks kind of like me if I made a surprised face, and good kind of YouTube thumbnail layout. It did, however, get the Digital Flowcraft logo a bit wrong. It dropped the F. But in any case, I corrected that a little bit later on. Then I said a sleek modern infographic showing the top use cases of AI in content production. Layout includes a central AI brain icon surrounded by labeled nodes or branches, illustrating key applications, script within the image generation, video editing, voiceovers, social media, etc., etc. And it came out with this. Now this is amazing. You got to admit, this is amazing. And it's going to make any kind of blog creation or product creation or social media post creation so much easier and so much faster when you can just do this. Okay, so then I went back to this image and I said remove the logo from his cap. And then, for some strange reason which I cannot pretend to understand, it decided that I can't help with that request, Marius. It violates our content policies. Now, how removing a logo from an AI-generated image which I created, or it created for me, violates any kind of content policies, I don't know. If you know, please tell me in the comments, but I have no idea. Then I just said, okay, make his cap plain black, and it did exactly what I asked for in the first prompt. In any case, so, I don't know, mystery of the unexplained. Okay, so that all fun and games and really, really nice. I must say, I'm very impressed with this new model. There's a lot of other use cases. Okay, so the next thing I did is I had some fun with a product image and a logo, and I said, professionally shot beauty model in photo shoot on beach holding product. Blurred background, logo worked into the ad. And it came up with this, which I think looks really fabulous. It has the blurred background, the product looks decent in terms of its proportions, she looks very realistic, the logo has been worked in exactly as I asked for it. So, no more expensive photo shoots. You don't have to do them. You can actually do something like this for businesses or for your own business. And it's cheap and it's fast and it's effective. Okay, the next thing I said was use the same product, but now make a more luxury bathroom shoot with the logo worked into the beauty model's white t-shirt. And it did exactly what I asked for, except it got the logo wrong. And I wanted the logo to be more central and large on her t-shirt. But once again, a really decent looking image and a decent looking model. So then I said, make the logo large and at the center, get it accurate, please. And it went and did just that for us. And that looks really great. Okay, so then I decided I'm going to have a little bit of fun and see if I can make this into a video using OpenAI Sora. So I uploaded that and it actually created this video for me. So as you can see, obviously, if you've got a keen eye, you'll still realize that's AI, but it's very decent. And if this was just in your feed while you're scrolling by, a lot of people would miss it. If you just add some narration to that, maybe an AI voiceover or your own voiceover, a bit of music and a bit of visuals, it could pass for a very decent social media ad or post. So yeah, this is a really great update from OpenAI, apart from all the Studio Ghibli memes that's now flooding the internet. But the image generator is next level. They've changed the playing field with this one. Have a bit of fun with it. Tell me what you think. This is Marius from Digital Flowcraft, and I'll see you in the next video.